Hey Year 12! Today we are looking at maintaining a balance dot point 9.2.3.3, which is to identify the role of the kidney in the excretory system of fish and mammals. So this dot point is the first of a fair few dot points on the kidney. So this is a little basic introduction, but by the end of this topic you will know the kidney inside and out, hopefully. Because it's a very interesting organ. Alrighty, so what we need to be able to do when we unpack this dot point is identify. Okay, quite simple. We don't need to know it in a huge amount of detail, but we do need to know it nonetheless, okay? So we basically just need to be able to state the role of the kidney in the excretory system of both fish and mammals, okay? We're going to do both fresh and saltwater fish, so you need to know both types of fish and how the kidneys help them excrete, okay? So basically, our excretory system is what helps us get rid of waste, okay? From all the tissues and organs in our body and get rid of them from our body. And our kidneys are the main excretory organ for removing nitrogenous waste. So nitrogenous wastes are produced from protein synthesis. They're not good for us, so we need a way to get rid of them, and that's what the function of the kidneys is in animals. So the overall role of the kidneys in fish and mammals is to maintain homeostasis, okay? Again, keeping this same state within our body. The way it does it is by excreting nitrogenous wastes and also carrying out osmoregulation. So osmoregulation is kind of to do with osmosis, okay? The same things are involved. So similar words, same things involved. It's to do with regulating the amount of salts and water within our bodies, okay? So yeah, maintaining salt and water balance throughout our body. Osmoregulation helps us to be able to maintain a stable blood volume, a stable blood pressure, and a stable pH in our bodies, okay? So 3 different types or areas for homeostasis to be occurring. They all depend on a stable water balance as well as a stable salt balance as well, okay, for our metabolism to work. So the kidneys reabsorb water and salts when they're needed, but when we've got too much of them, they actually secrete them and get rid of them, and that's what helps us maintain this osmotic balance. So in fish, nitrogenous wastes are excreted across the gills, so they don't have a bladder as such to get rid of the waste that the kidneys make. They excrete it through the gills. So in freshwater fish obviously live in fresh water, so the concentration of water outside their bodies is really high. Inside their bodies, it's not as high. So water naturally moves into their bodies through osmosis, okay? So in freshwater fish, their kidneys excrete a lot of very dilute urine. So the urine is watered down quite a lot. That's because they have so much excess water coming into their bodies that they need to try and get rid of. Because the environment that they live in means that water moves into their bodies and they're constantly absorbing it. In marine fish, on the other hand, they obviously live in salt water. So the concentration of water outside their bodies is actually less than inside of their bodies. So again, naturally, water moves from inside their bodies into their environment. So they lose a lot of water because of that, because of trying to maintain that osmotic balance. So in saltwater fish, the kidneys excrete very small quantities of concentrated urine because they need to preserve as much water as they can. They don't water down their urine much at all because they lose so much water already. In mammals, the kidneys excrete nitrogenous waste as what's called urea, okay? And again, that helps us to maintain blood pressure, blood volume, and pH. So that's the function in mammals. And that pretty much summarizes what you need to know for this dot point. Enjoy learning about the kidney.